Let's check out on our Engenius wireless access point how to set up a guest network. So what a guest network does is it separates the traffic from your internal PCs from the people who are visiting you so they can't accidentally hack you or purposefully hack you, or if they have a virus, they can't infect your computer. So there's lots of good reasons why to have a guest network on your wireless connections. So let's go from our device status over to network and wireless. Now we need to first set up our wireless access point on our 2.4 gigahertz. So if you haven't done that yet, we have a video on that you can go check out to see how to do it. Now we're going to scroll all the way down and we're going to choose a guest network. So we can enable our guest network simply by checking that box, and we will choose to call it guest net. We can go into security if we want. And from here, we can add security. I definitely recommend that. A lot of people turn security off for their guest network, but all you have to do is just turn that on and allow WPA2 PSK for the best security and an AES encryption. But instead of having a really complex password, you can certainly do a simple passphrase such as guest or guest123, something like that. Anything is better than not having encryption. And that's because people tend to scan for open networks in order to hack to other locations. So if they were to hack into a bank, it would show up as if it was coming from your IP address. You can also turn on the wireless MAC filter, but that doesn't really make a lot of sense in a guest network because that would cause you to have to find out the MAC address, which is the physical address of everybody who connects to it. And in an internal network, that may be okay, but in a guest network, not so much. So let's go ahead and click Save. And so now we're going to have two different networks. We have our network that is internal that we're going to connect to, both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And then we have our guest network. So they're going to see GuestNet as the broadcast SSID. And you can see over on the right-hand side, it says client isolation. That is checked. And so client isolation, what that does is it keeps the two networks separate. And if you see over here under manual IP settings, those lit up once we enabled the guest net. And that goes ahead and puts them on a completely different subnet than your subnet. So our subnet is 192.168.15, and this one is 192.168.200, as you see here. So those two networks will never be able to talk to each other, which adds all kinds of security. So that's how you set up a guest network on a Wave 2 wireless Engenius access point.